Hi there, this is just a quick review of what you would call a straight-to-video action film that I watched this weekend. Had no knowledge of it previously. All I knew is it starred Gerard Butler. I had an hour and a half to kill, and I wanted something I could put my brain in neutral for. Gerard Butler is a reliable source for that kind of material, so I watched Last Seen Alive. This stars him, who alongside his wife, played by Jamie Alexander, are on a trip. They've got a strange relationship, and when they go to get some petrol, he's filling up the car, she goes into the shop, then she vanishes. And what you've got from there is 80 odd minutes of Gerard Butler being very tense, trying to find his wife. It's not something that hasn't been done before. I mean, you've got things like Breakdown with Kurt Russell where it's been done, and it's just a great straight-to-video action film. It's linear. There's not too many twists and turns. Gerard Butler does really well, looking stressed and looking like somebody who can't find his wife. All the people in it are really well written, and they've got good actors playing them. You've got guy who played one of the cops in Grimm in it. He does a very good job as a cop again in this, and he plays a cop who doesn't have any special twisty turns to him. He's just a guy doing police work, following the leads as he should do, doing his job properly. I'm so trained to think that this guy is going to be the bad guy. There's going to be a twist with him. Not that they ever indicate that should be the case, and it's not. He's just doing his job. He's doing it properly, right up until a little thing at the very end to explain some deaths. But otherwise, he does everything by the book, everything properly, and you say, "Oh, this is well written. This is good," and it feels more grounded as a result. It's just an enjoyable waste of time. And I would say if you like those kind of 90s and 80s straight to video action films, watch this. It reminded me a lot actually of one that I saw years ago with Kerr Smith from Dawson's Creek called Under Pressure or Pressure, where he's just a guy with his mates and they stop in a bar and they think there's an accidental death, and then he's just being hunted by these people in sort of the backwoods. Very good film. Can't find it anywhere to watch now. But it's that kind of straight to video fare. It's not got a mega budget. It's not got no budget. It's got just enough budget. It's the Goldilocks thing for what it is. Recently there's been a lot of press about a film called Interceptor on Netflix, which I've also watched, starring Chris Hemsworth's wife, Elsa Pataky. That is not quite as good as this, but it is the same league in that it's got nice production value, it's action, it's a very linear plot, it knows exactly what it's doing, and for 18 minutes you watch a woman kick the ass of a load of bad guys. And I've got to say I enjoyed that as well, so if you want to watch that, that is also worth watching. Just don't expect any more from it than that. And it's also mostly set in one room, though not totally, and it's got some very good action in it. Then they also remember that she's hurt her arm throughout it, so she manages to beat a guy using moves that would work and that don't rely on her to suddenly have a miraculous healing effect to her arm in order to perform them, which I really liked. But they're all of that ilk. They're all a certain level and got a certain charm to them, and it doesn't always work, by the way. You've got to have a little bit of knowing to it, and they've got to play it straight as well. And for those of you who don't know who Elsa, I just said Pataky, I probably cocked it up. A lot of people say she's from the Fast and Furious franchise, where she had a very small part. Really, if you're a horror fan, you'll know her from the Beyond Reanimator film where she plays a love interest. That's where I knew her from anyway. Anywho, that's talking about that. I hope that helps fill your weekend or a dull evening, and thanks for watching.